Hello. Hi. How you doing? Hi. I went to China. Cool. Good response. Usually someone woos. I was in China doing family stuff. I was on the phone with my girlfriend back here, and she was like, "Hey, can you bring me back a souvenir from China?" I was like, "I think our entire apartment is from China." We shop at IKEA, you guys. That's what I'm saying. The Swedish house mafia, I like to call them. Okay. Well, we can talk about that later. Guys, I saw my therapist on a dating app. Is that ever? Not a problem the last generation had to deal with, I don't think. And it was one of the free ones too. I'm like, well, why am I even paying you money? I'm not gonna spend on anything important. So just blocked it right away. I'm like, clearly neither of us has anything figured out. Maybe we should just stop seeing each other altogether. And then I'm like having this moment. I'm realizing I don't want to have sex with my therapist, like at all. Which makes me think one of us is not doing their job right. The joke is called transference. Alright, young crowd over here. Okay, right. Are we all cool with having podcasts and documentaries solve all our murders for us now? Is that something? Society, we decided this one we should outsource to the private sector, all our mystery solving. I don't like how commercial it is. I don't like how one day it's gonna be like, well, I can't afford Hulu Plus. I didn't know whether justice was served. It's got a paywall now. Like, my uncle's found a ditch, I guess Amazon Prime has to solve it for me. The show's called Amazon Prime Suspect. It's a dirty day trial, you guys. Hey, what's up? It's fun. Jokes. If anyone here is accused of a murder, you should make sure you get, like, a lawyer with an MFA from an art school, you guys. Someone who has a film degree, maybe has Philip Glass's phone number or something. Gotta get that soundtrack, makes you sound innocent. All those violins. This is not a Philip Glass crowd either. Where are my glass holes at? Where are my glass holes? Cool. Usually I'm playing to a John Cage 4 Minutes of Silence crowd. One day it's gonna be like, this public execution sponsored by Squarespace. Which is ironic because the gas chamber is a cylinder. That's my favorite joke I've ever written. How dare you, Brown? Pow, I just shit my pants. That's what happens in execution, you guys. That's what... Okay. Okay, well then you're gonna love this. Alright, who's from California? Not enough people to... do you guys grow up with earthquake drills? You guys remember the earthquake drill? What do? You get under it? Is it still doorway? Get away from the glass? All that stuff. And get on your table. In here, this is not an earthquake sanctioned place. This is not, we're gonna have to try the beams. If you're not from California, you probably grew up with different kinds of drills. If you're younger than me, maybe you grew up with like school shooting drills. Did you guys grow up with those? Like the lockdowns? Which I've never experienced. You guys sound like you experienced. So my perception of it is, you're in your regular school, an alarm goes off, and then you pretend there's a school shooter, and then you just like stay in place, and then like you just learn how to hide, which is not a good system, you guys. That is not a good system. Because the shooter goes to your school, right? That's what, he goes to the same drills as you. He knows where the bodies are. You're just teaching them where the treasure is. It's like the calls are coming from inside the house, right? That's how that works. I have said that multiple times, more than just today, and the reaction is usually negative. And people are like, George, people also shoot up schools I didn't go to. I'm like, well, what are we talking about here? Those people are sociopaths. Those are outliers. We've all been to school before, right? You're gonna shoot your own school first, right? Like, make it personal, make it count. You only get one shot. I'm just saying, where's your school pride, you guys? This is actually the temperature I like to bask at. Everyone everyone hating me. That's fine. Speaking of people hating me, I got kicked out of my own apartment by my girlfriend for farting too terribly. Which I assert is body shaming, you guys. That's body shaming, right? I'm pretty sure that's what that is. She said it wasn't that I farted, it was that I did not warn her, did not apologize, and that it was real gross. It was just too gross for a normal fart. Yeah. And you can tell that's the kind of stuff I'm putting out there. So we only live in a one-bedroom apartment. She's just like, I'm already sitting in your stench. You need to go. You need to get out of this apartment. So I walked out of the apartment, and then I caught the train, and I went down to Union Station, and I was like, I'm just gonna run away. I'm an adult man. I'm gonna just run away from home. That sounds like a good plan. Like with nothing on me. I'd shut my phone off because I was still mad at her. I'm like, I don't even have like a phone charger. This is not gonna go well. I'm like, what am I gonna do? End up doing like open mics in Bakersfield or something? So I'm like, okay, this plan is not a great plan, and I finally turned my phone back on. Like maybe she apologized or something. And I just see this text. She says, I just farted, and it was the same fart. We had eaten the same things, you guys. And at that point, I'm like, we cannot break up. We are doomed to this fart cloud together for the rest of the time. I also had a similar butt problem. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that one then. I'm going to switch gears on you in a very natural way. Sometimes at comedy shows, people come up to you afterward and talk to you, which is highly recommended. Always make sure to do that. Talk to your comedians like they're waiters at the end. But my favorite time, this one guy came up to me and he was like, hey, that was pretty funny, which I did not trust already. He's like, you know what you should have done? You should have made more fun of the fact that you're Asian. I was like, what do you mean? And he said, oh, you know, it's just funny that you're Asian. I'm like, well, you should definitely go to China then. You're going to appreciate that very much. Just a gut getting off that plane, you guys. I was like, okay, I got to see where this ends just to see what this guy's got to offer. And I'm like, so what is so funny to you about being Chinese? And he says, well, you know, like, Asian people have no sense of direction. There's like getting in the way of people and getting their foot and hanging out in doorways. I was like, are you thinking of a cat? That sounds like a cat to me. I was like, no, I've seen a lot. I've seen an Asian guy just like walk the wall, walking in person. I'm like, are you thinking of a Roomba? That sounds like a vacuum cleaning robot. Whatever you're thinking of does not sound like a human being with real thoughts and feelings. But more importantly, that's not how stand-up comedy works, you guys. I'm not gonna write 10 minutes of jokes based on the stereotype that only you know about. All right, George, good night.